Hi! Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. This is episode number 12 being recorded on Sunday, December the 1st, 2024. I hope you're all having a fantastic day whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So as you might see, we upgraded the weapon that was previously held by Hornsent Friend. I'm not 100% satisfied with it, but it is pretty cool. So we're going to see, certainly the L2 R2, which you'll see is quite special. But other than that, I'm not totally blown away by it. So this is a cleansing chamber. I'm not sure what that is supposed to mean, but given that this entire place seems to be a massive mausoleum, presumably this is where bodies are prepared to be entombed or something. I'm not sure. But again, this same theme with sand and time and spirals. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but yeah. So presumably Leda is going to be up ahead. Yep. Rip, friend. Chest armor of Needle Knight Leda slightly strengthens attacks following a dodge roll or backstep, as well as dash attacks. Embroidered with a golden crossed tree motif, the chalk white cloak and surcoat symbolize the honor of the Needle Knights. Kindly Miquella fashioned us as his needles to quell all, to ward away all. Terrible. Yep, she was certainly dedicated, if nothing else. So we're seeing a lot of the same stuff here that we've seen elsewhere, both in this area and in the Billirat settlement. All right. Oh, it's Ansbach.
Righteous tarnished. That was an astounding battle, to be sure. Now I suppose this leaves only one. But in truth, I cannot calm my quivering. Challenging a god is no small matter.
Tell me something about Mohg's death, friend. Do you know anything about it? Don't know whether a hamster alien butterfly might have had something to do with it.
Oh. Something you want to get off your chest? Well, you needn't worry. It was you, wasn't it? Who defeated Lord Mohg.
Oops.
Fear not. I bear no grudge against you. His Eminence was felled in an honorable duel. And such are the risks of seeking lordship. Besides, what right have I to complain? I blame the enchantment more than anything. Righteous tarnished, we will have our victory. I swear upon my blood.
So he blames the enchantment more than anything else, which may suggest that the actions of the player character in the main story are driven to some degree by Miquella and being enchanted by Miquella. That's very interesting.
Righteous tarnished, we will have our victory. I swear upon my blood. I swear.
Okay. All right. Okay, there's a boss fight up ahead. And a site of grace. Thank goodness. Thank you, Grace. Divine Gate front staircase. I can't imagine this is going to be Miquella. Like, we still have so much left to go at this point. Not been here, not been here, not been here, not been here. So at least 3 areas we've yet to actually reach, including this entire sort of dragon area. But only one way to find out, I suppose. I assume Ansbach's summon sign is going to be here. Yep, indeed. Okay, let's see what we have in store.
My loyal blade and champion of the festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song. Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
Radahn? I believe, yeah, it is Radahn. What the heck? I believe we read something about this somewhere. I've already forgotten when, but wow. Okay, so he's raised his brother from the dead, so his brother, he can marry his brother? That's interesting. Promised Consort Radahn. Okay, this I did not expect. Oh, gosh darn it. I was pressing L1. No, that's bad. Once again, I was pressing L1. That's going to be very difficult to get used to. Gosh darn it. Okie dokie. So, now is probably not the time to start using an entirely new weapon. Not before one of the, what I presume anyway, is going to be one of the final fights of the DLC. I know we still have a couple areas left to go, but like, this seems pretty endgamey to me. So yeah, I don't know why I put on our, what you might call our ceremonial armor. Let's put back on our damage negation set. Alright, let's give it a shot. Whoa. Ouch, okay. Quite the delay on that one. And that one. Oh, gosh darn it. Dreadful heals thus far. Ouch. Whoops. feel like his cape really compromises our vision. Okay, time to burn another Scadu tree fragment, I think. Radahn doing his best Scorpion from Mortal Kombat impression. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. Stop being greedy. Seen no indication thus far that he's susceptible to bleed damage, which is a problem for us. Not sure how to dodge, how I'm supposed to dodge that one. So the number of corpses here is presumably an indication of how many people Radahn has murdered here. We cannot deserve that. Just wanted to see if we could ascend to wherever Miquella seems to be. Silly of me. Oh. Ouch, the AoE there. So I want to say we heard at some point about a promise that Radahn made to Miquella, or the other way around. I assume it was through Freya's questline. And I think I mentioned at the time, it's surprising to hear that, gosh darn it. Continue my thought in a second. And I remember thinking at the time, surprising that Miquella would have chosen Radahn and not Malenia. Oh, gosh darn it. That was stupid. I really have to watch out for those follow-up attacks where he lifts his weapon out of the ground. Gosh darn it. Oh. So few openings to actually attack him. Oh my goodness. no idea how to dodge those. Okay, so he has Mohg's moves as well. It's not just gravity magic, it's also that blood magic. The blood pyromancy. You know, I wonder how much I did myself a disservice by summoning during his boss fight in the main game. I suspect he has a very different moveset, given that he was on top of his horse during that boss fight. Like, you certainly be... Oh, gosh darn it. It would be stupid to judge me and my abilities based on horseback combat, because I'm dreadful at it. So I wonder if this is a similar situation. Oh, gosh darn it. Okay, we did it. So dodge left, right, I guess. I don't know what to do there. Okay, so something else just occurred to me in terms of the apparent hourglass references. Because you can see in the boss room, there are many bodies on the floor, presumably all the people who attempted to challenge Prince Consort, or promised Prince Consort Radahn, whatever his name is. And many of these bodies are ground to dust, have been ground to dust. And so it's possible that the sand, apparent sand that's falling from the heavens, so to speak, is actually ground up bodies falling from up here. So that doesn't necessarily negate the whole idea of the hourglass theme, but yeah, that's one possible explanation for sort of what is physically happening to cause that effect. So yeah, you can see the whole boss room is filled with this sand apparently. Oh, gosh darn it. Ouch. One-shotted. Oh, the range on that. Okay, Radahn is kicking my rear end quite severely, to the point where I'm thinking we need to burn more Scadu fragments. But I am at the point where we are out of Scadu fragments. For basically the first time in this playthrough, I'm like, please give me all the Scadu fragments, I need them. And I'm almost certain that... Oh, wow. You can see it in the distance. I'm not 100% clear where the boss room is. I want to say... Oh, I don't have my bow equipped anymore. Whoops. Yeah, anyways. So, because I'm struggling so badly, I figured it might be worthwhile trying to see if we did indeed miss an obvious path somewhere leading to another area. Because at this rate, even though, yes, I've not fully grasped we've been to that area, haven't we? Those swamps down there? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Even though I've not fully grasped how to dodge his attacks, and I still have a lot of work to do in that regard, I'm still not terribly confident that, you know, we're doing the amount of damage that we need to do. Oh, it is bad. Potentially. Oh, okay, that's fine. Still not terribly confident that we have the damage and the damage negation that would be required to be able to fell him. So, and especially because don't know if there's a second phase or not. Like, presumably after we defeat him, we're going to have to fight Miquella or something. Or maybe Miquella is later on in the DLC, I'm not sure. But, as I said, only one way to find out, really. How in the heck do we get down there? Yeah, I can see a site of grace down there. Question is, how the heck do we get down there? Okay, this may be a path I completely missed. Wow. Okay, that's embarrassing. Yeah, I was doing what I could.
A bloody ruin! The pain. The exquisite pain.
Oh, I'm so sorry, friend. I should have been here much sooner. I don't know, 5 episodes sooner or something like that, at least. Yeah, I was just looking at different features of the map, trying to figure out, like, how the heck do I get to all these places? You know, doing whatever I can to avoid fighting Radahn, basically. Just wander. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll shut up.
Bayle! Vile Bayle! Oh, terror incarnate! There is life in me yet! I will soon feast upon your heart! Mark my words! You too shall know fear!
Who's Bayle?
Oh, the pain. The exquisite pain.
Okie dokes. Let's go have a rest. Pillar Path Waypoint. So this is a pillar. So I spent so much... Oh.
No more. I am sorry. I repent. Oh, come no closer. Oh, the horror. Please. Savage me no further. Oh, oh, oh. Please. No more. Spare me your cruelty.
Okay, no problem.
Please spare me.
Okay, and we're just supposed to continually reset the area until he's okay. Or until he devolves further.
No. The pain. The pain. My arms, my legs, each lies a bloody ruin.
I'm sorry, friend. Fortunately for you, I'm a doctor. But unfortunately for you, I'm a doctor of philosophy and not a medical doctor. So precisely the opposite type of doctor that you need. Okay, so we just can't do anything. We're just doomed to have him screaming here.
Please, no more. Oh, please, spare.
Okay, no idea what we're supposed to do with him, but okay, we have a couple of paths here, but we want to go check out this tower or pillar. So I have been, whenever an item description has referenced a tower, I was thinking of this pillar, when in fact what all those item descriptions were referencing was what is it even called? Enir-Ilim? Enir-Ilim, indeed. Which I looked it up. Oh my gosh, this is like when we went to the... This is like when we went to the Weeping Peninsula after being like level 100 or something. Whoops, we should have been here much, much sooner. Yeah, I looked up Enir-Ilim, and apparently it's a reference, at least according to, you know, I saw there were a couple of results that related to Elden Ring. I avoided those ones specifically and just looked at the ones that spoke to what the individual words could mean, Enir and Ilim. And apparently, at least according to the things I saw, it suggests that it's a reference to the Tower of Babel in the Bible. So yeah, that's the thing. Swift Spear, a metal-bodied spear of extremely lightweight make, being the result of a sophisticated molding technique capable of swift consecutive attacks. It has an impaling thrust as the skill. Gravebird bracelets, stone bracelets with a tinge of green, one of a set of armor pieces cast in the image of the Gravebird. Gravebirds are ancient golems, created to guard the spirit graves, built where all manners of death ultimately drift. Alright, another Gravebird up here. So we're still wearing our boss fight attire. Except I changed the gauntlets so that we weren't fat rolling while using a bow, or having a bow equipped. And the reason for that is that, you know, I do expect us to return to go fight Radahn, but I needed a break. I was just getting my rear end handed to me to such a degree that, yeah, just thought thought it might be better to just see if maybe there's some other way we could advance in the game without having to fight Radahn right this second. And it turns out I've missed some stuff, which is very in character for me, so you'll have to accept my sincerest apologies. A number of people are, I'm sure, going to be frustrated seeing me sort of wonder what's next without having followed this very obvious path, but you'll have to forgive me for my occasional incompetence, or frequent incompetence, depending on your perspective, I suppose. So yeah, based on how the tower, the Enir-Ilim, was described throughout the game, I assumed this was going to be some like late game unlock, suppressing pillar. Oh, and there's even elevator in here, seemingly. Indeed. I didn't think this was something that we'd be able to just access right away. It just goes to show how your assumptions and your presuppositions about things, how it affects the way you approach problems. And in this case, yeah. Okay. A couple things here. We have a grave. The very center of the lands between. All manners of death wash up here, only to be suppressed. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're meant to interpret our position on this map as corresponding with our position on this map or what. But it looks like they had, like, the cursor for them is on separate, like they're not tethered together. So in other words, death drifts here from the lands between, but it's suppressed. Suppressed by what? Legendary item shiny? Oh, that's it, really? Ancient dragon, smithing stone. Cannot see anything from up here. Although I wonder if that's just a function of the time of day. Or the current weather. Gosh darn it. I thought this was gonna be a teleporter trap or something that was gonna take us to one of these places we've not yet been. But it does not look that way, unfortunately. Alright, I'm gonna send this back down, and then we're gonna go back to the site of grace. I don't know what we can do to help that friend with his pain. But it looks like there are clear skies at the moment. So let's head back up and see if we can do some reconnaissance from the tower, or pardon me, from the suppressing pillar. Ah, indeed. Just wondering if it's at all possible for us to reach the next area from here. Don't know that it is. Ah, so the boss room is right here. Where Radahn is just waiting to kick our butts once again. Alright, let's head back down and see if we can sort of scale the... Or you know what? No, let's go back to the site of grace and explore that side where friend is in pain. So we have some of the... I'm just going to ignore this guy. We have some of the dragon statues here, which is interesting. Hey friend, if I could do anything about your pain, I would. But I'm just not quite sure how I can help you. Uh-oh, about to be invaded? Yeah, Ancient Dragon Man, okay. I always appreciate a good descriptive name. Where are you, Ancient Dragon Man? There you are. Oh, okay, so they have the headpiece. Yeah, I think we were supposed to be here much sooner in the DLC. So yeah, my bad. We'll have to make sure we thoroughly comb the area. So I'm wondering if this is going to lead somehow to the Ancient Dragon area. Maybe it does. Okie dokie. Dragon's Pit. So I assume this is not a dungeon. Although it appears as though it might be. Although I suppose the dichotomy I set up in my head just now was either it's a dungeon or it's going to lead us to that sort of land of the dragons. Wow, you have a lot of poise. Ooh. Oh. But that may in fact be a false dichotomy, because in the base game there were 1 or 2 or 3 cases where we completed a dungeon and it actually led us somewhere. So there may be something very similar happening here. This is an interesting monument. I'm not sure how to describe that. That those who live in death, beast friend, seem to be quite taken with it. Although that may have been an intentional ambush. Not quite sure. So we are moving in that direction. Okay, very interesting. Whoa. It's gonna be an ambush here, isn't there? I feel too secure. What are we even looking at here? Yeah, I'm not clear on that. Those who live in death didn't expect down. So I assume the floor is going to collapse here. Yeah, the floor is going to... Oh, okay. Wow. Shadow Realm Rune level 2. Can't speak anymore. You can hear people shuffling around. Has me a bit uneasy. Not sure which way to go. Might as well flip a coin. Okay. I'm going to assume both lead more or less to the same place. And it does indeed look that way. Alright. Okay, so we can go up or down, and I suppose we're going up. Oh dear. Okay. I was not expecting to find one of these friends in here. Although given the theming of the dungeon, I perhaps should have. Oh gosh darn it. Okay. No, this is bad, friends. Oh, this is really bad. I do not remember how to fight these friends. Clearly. I'm just mashing, hoping for the best. Oh, come on. This is not an ideal environment in which to have this fight, I don't think. Almost there, almost there. Yes! Get wrecked. Although, it wouldn't be unfair to say that he wrecked our ability to get to the boss in one rest at the site of grace. But that's okay. Okay, so we can go down this hole. And I'm going to assume it's going to lead to the same place. Yes, indeed. Up. Seek item. Okay. This is where we just went up, right? Yes. Okay. So, I do enjoy the level design. I'm a sucker for a route that loops back around onto itself. Be brave, show no fear. Well, that's, I'll try. Don't know how well that's going to work, though. Yeah, no, I'm scared. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Okay. I'm going to assume that it was the same person that left both of those messages, in which case, well played. Oh, okay, so we're clearly supposed to just walk across here. Oh, or are we? It said, be brave, show no fear. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to the abyss or something? All right. Okay, I don't see a stake of Marika anywhere. So this should be interesting. Ancient Dragon Man. Alright, this is going to be very difficult to do. Is this that same person that invaded us, I wonder? I was waiting for them to chug. Oh, this is dreadful on my part. Oh, apparently there is a stake of Marika active. I don't know where the heck that happened. Oh, I was trying to get a roll backstab. Serves me right. Looking good, friend. Okay, this isn't going to be much of a contest, or at least it shouldn't be. Now that I have all my stuff. By that I mean all my flasks. And my FP. Stop him from healing? No. Yeah, this has not been a good boss fight on my part, but a bit of overconfidence may have seeped in. And a bit of mashing. Dragon Hunter's Great Katana. great katana with spines of gravel stone along its blade, wielded by the ancient dragon man of the Dragon's Pit. Has an anti-dragon effect. I'm not sure what that means. Formerly a dragon... Oh, I guess it's strong against dragons. Dragons are weak to it. Formerly a dragon communion warrior, the ancient dragon man was once arbiter of those worthy to devour the dreaded one. Unique skill, Dragon Wound Slash, designed to hunt colossal dragons. This skill cloaks the armament with a jagged gravel stone aura before performing a high leaping slash. Charge the attack to also fire off the aura. Okie doke, so there's a thing, but obviously we're going to want to take the door instead of exiting. And by the thing, I mean the warp to the entrance to the dungeon, which no reason why we would take that. And another Site of Grace, very nice. Dragon's Pit Terminus. So we appear to be in this, or heading towards this root system area. Foot of the Jagged Peak. I know I shouldn't preempt the title card, but can't help myself sometimes. Foot of the Jagged Peak indeed. Oh, gosh darn it. Okay. Pick your poison, Aegon. Do you want to fight Radahn? I promise Consort, who is kicking your rear end into the year 2025 from the year 2024. Or you want to fight a bunch of dragons in order to procrastinate from that fight and to stall and avoid the fight for as long as you possibly can. Yeah, pick your poison indeed. Not sure there's a good answer. Okay, so we are still actually above those roots. I thought that that's where we would be. We are still above it, though. So this dragon appears to be dead. This one's alive. That one appears to be dead. Alrighty then, let's go fight a dragon, I guess. Weather is suitably inclement here, it seems. I do appreciate a good descriptive name. Foot of the Jagged Peak, which is exactly where we're standing, essentially. Sharp gravelstone, a particularly sharp piece of gravelstone, material used for crafting items, found at the Jagged Peak on the south coast. The scale of an ancient dragon that has supped on the blood of lesser dragons. Okie dokes. I'm not ready. Gosh darn it. Can we just ignore them? Because if we can, that's the obvious solution to my cowardice. Okay, so we can go basically two different directions here, it looks like. This appears to be the domain of the lightning goats. Meh. Just want to make sure we're not missing any items or anything. Yeah, so this area appears to be the domain of those who live in Death Friends, because you don't see very many of them at all in the rest of the Shadow Realm, which at a certain point I was thinking that we wouldn't encounter any at all, and was wondering what the implications of that were for the... Oh, why wouldn't let me lock onto this friend? I was wondering about the implications of that for the... how the Shadow Realm fits into the game world, but it is evidently not the case. Death does still drift here. In fact, it seems to inevitably drift here, but it is suppressed here. Okay, some more of those who live in Death Friends over there, guarding stuff. And we did also see this in the main game too, that the dragons and the beasts seem to have this sort of affinity for one another. Whoop. Oh, this place is miserable. But, you know, I suppose I could always go fight Radahn. Leave me alone, skeleton friend. I've only come to this land for Scadu Tree fragments. After spending the first couple of episodes swearing that, you know, I don't need any Scadu Tree fragments, and now I'm like scouring the world for every last shred of them I can find. Red Fulgur Bloom. Red lightning, of course, being associated with the dragons. Flower that crackles with red lightning, found at the Jagged Peak on the south coast, said to bloom where the red lightning of the ancient dragons strikes the earth. Again, rather miserable. No, here's that massive, massive dead dragon. Oh, that's interesting. So that's going to be another ancient dragon temple, whatever they were called. Aegon's cookbook. Record of crafting techniques left by a warrior who challenged the vile dragon Bayle, only to be grievously injured and broken by fear. Contains details on how a mere mortal can fell a mighty dragon. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: Dragon Communion Grease and Dragon Communion Harpoon. Harpoon bristling with sharp gravel stones, craftable item. Throw at enemies to inflict heavy damage. Has an anti-dragon effect. A tool of the old Dragon Communion warriors, who were the agents of the ancient dragon's hatred for their low-born descendants. Very interesting. So a sort of classist divide within those who are all about the dragons. Oh, you know what? We should go back to that friend and see if we can use a warming stone. I'll even craft a couple so we don't forget. Solidified knot grease made from a sharp gravel stone mixture, craftable item. Coats armament granting a potent anti-dragon effect. The effect lasts only for a short time. A tool of the old Dragon Communion warriors who were the agents of the ancient dragon's hatred for their low-born descendants. To be the agent of hatred is a very interesting idea. The agent of the hatred of another being. Like, how is that? That their hatred spawned these people, I suppose? Oh, there's an NPC there. And a site of grace. So, oh, Grand Altar of Dragon Communion. Alright, let's go have a rest. Grand Altar of Dragon Communion. Hi friend, you haven't seen any Scadu fragments around, have you? That's, we're in the middle of fighting a very difficult foe, and we require some Scadu fragments. Is this the friend that invaded us numerous times? The Dragon Man?
Warrior true, picture yourself feasting upon a dragon's essence, on the throbbing heart of the oldest, vilest dragon of them all. It would be the purest form of communion, the fullest sating of your hunger and your consummation as a dragon whole.
Okay, It doesn't sound especially appealing to me personally, but would Regret find it? I think Regret would find it appealing. So yeah, sure, let's do it.
Yes, as it should be. Now, seek the Jagged Peak. There you will find Bayle, the oldest and vilest of all dragons, landbound warrior. Follow your desire and slay the foul beast. Devour its throbbing heart. I will grant you the strength required. In the name of my lord, Senessax.
Ancient Dragon's Blessing. Favor bestowed by the Dragon Communion Priestess in the name of the Dragon Lord Senessax. Consume FP to increase all forms of damage negation, including physical. This also increases damage negation while guarding as an additional effect. Each night the priestess offers her own sleep to her lord, and in turn receives the power of his favor. So the H in his is capitalized in the same way that, you know, people who are talking about God, people who are very religious talking about God, and when referring to God as him or his, it's capitalized with a capitalized H. So not just a lord as in like a lord of a kingdom or something, but also a lord as like a religious, as a deity. That's my interpretation of that anyway.
Warrior true. What is it that you need?
Tell me about this Bayle dragon, friend.
In a time long past, Bayle turned upon the Dragon Lord. The foul traitor assailed our master and inflicted a grievous wound, only to make a hasty retreat, becoming a sworn enemy of the brood. Since that day, Bayle and his bloodline, the Drakes, have served as sacrifices for Dragon Communion, landbound warrior. My lord, Placidusax, has shown your kind what must be done. Seek communion. Sate your boundless appetite. Feel the euphoria of a dragon's essence taking root in your meager frame.
Okay.
In a time long past, the foul...
Alright, okay. Sorry. I thought there was something new there, potentially. Okay, thanks for the info, friend. Okay, communion with Bayle. Ritual of Dragon Communion. Bayle's Tyranny. Thanks for the rating, friends. One of the greatest Dragon Communion incantations harnesses the fearsome power of Bayle the Dread. It's funny, you know, I don't know to what extent George R. R. Martin's influence continued into the DLC, whether he played any role in writing the story of the DLC, although it's also possible that the DLC itself builds upon things that George R. R. Martin wrote for the base game, but that was never actually implemented in the base game. And I point that out because in A Song of Ice and Fire, there's a dragon named Balerion the Black Dread, and in this case, Bayle the Dread. So, you know, not one-to-one relationship there, but, or not a one-to-one reference, I should say, but close enough. Channels the form of the Dread Dragon to emit a mighty roar accompanied by a heat wave burst, causing violent eruptions of fire in the area. Even after being consumed, the throbbing heart of Bayle continues to resist its subjugation, never weakening. One day, the fire will consume the very body and soul of its communion devourer. One day. So this one is Bayle's Flame Lightning. Channels the form of the Dread Dragon in right arm to smash foes with an exposed talon, bone coursing with flame lightning. Even after being consumed, the throbbing heart of Bayle continues to resist its subjugation, never... Okay, yeah, so the same second paragraph as well. So, Ghost Flame Breath. Ghost Flame Breath, one of the incantations of Dragon Communion, transforms caster into a dragon to spew Ghost Flame Breath from above. Charging extends duration. This incantation can be used while jumping. The land of spirit graves is home to all manner of dead, and even the corpses of fallen dragons found their way there. Several of them were endowed with such vivacity, that even in death they could not fully die. So this is the land of spirit graves, the Shadow Realm, where death is suppressed. So we're getting more pieces of the puzzle that we were missing, because we obviously missed this very somewhat early game area. Oh, regret is really getting into the Dragon Communion. Okay. All right. So here's a Drake, seemingly. Tiny dragon. Okay, so we are right across from where we were previously on the other side. We were near this ruling coast. Come on. Oh no. I'm hoping for Scattertree Fragment, but I assume this is not because it's not rare. Oh, Dragon Communion Harpoon. I think we already read this, yeah, craftable item. Because we now have the ability to craft one of those. There's another item down there. It's going to be another harpoon, presumably. Something like that. Or scales. Yeah. So this dragon has been harpooned. Makes sense. Alright, let's just scour the dragon some more. Oi, oi, oi! Oh, that was very close. To make sure that we're not missing anything. Yeah, there's that shack. Where we were in the previous episode when I noticed... Oh my gosh, that was close. When I noticed that we were right under the dragon. So there's going to be more harpoons, presumably. Yeah. So this dragon was harpooned many times. Okay, so... I believe this stuff is all new here. The farther away we get from the Radahn boss fight, the more I'm wondering whether we should even bother returning to it in this episode. I think we will. I think we just need, all we need, I think, is one Scadu tree fragment. And then we should, I believe, so that leads to that, yeah, the finger ruins right there. We should then, I believe, be able to defeat the boss. Like, at least we'll stand a chance. At the moment, I don't think we stand a chance. Like, we can learn the dodges, we can get better at that, sure. But the amount of damage we're doing is so pitiful at the moment. And the amount of damage that Radahn is doing to us is so enormous that it's just kind of demoralizing that even when I feel like I have a good attempt, he still has like 3/4 of his life remaining. So, yeah. I'm just going to hope that in going through these areas, it's the finger ruins, that we stumble upon a Scadu tree fragment. And then we can use that Scadu tree fragment and stand a much better chance at defeating the boss, because I think we have 2 of the 3 that we require to burn for the next level, which would bring us to Scadu tree blessing level 16. I don't know what the max level is, but yeah, it's funny in hindsight just looking back at all the times when I was like, yeah, we don't need no Scadu tree blessing, whatever. We don't need that. And now, literally, I'm like, please give me all the Scadu, give me all the fragments. I need them all now. It's a very interesting inversion of the Cerulean coast. We're right by the Cerulean coast where all the flowers are blue. Now here we are with a whole bunch of red flowers. Indeed. Very interesting. Charo's hidden grave. No, stop it. Ooh, I'm very angry at you. Oh. Okay, we've not fought one of those Ghost Mariner friends in a long time. In real time, something like a year has passed since we last did one of those boss fights. Any friends guarding anything up here? Does not seem that way. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, Gravekeeper's brain pan. Stop it. Oh, are they sapping my stamina? Ouch. Okay. Should have stopped messing around. So yeah, I'm mashing L1 and nothing's happening. Skull bone of an old gravekeeper, material used for crafting items, mainly found in hidden grave of Charo. The old gravekeepers are boatsmen and continue to summon the dead even after withering away. Okay. Oh, it was a bloodstain. I thought I was picking up some crafting materials. I'm looking for a site of grace and or a Scadu tree fragment. Okay, don't mind me, mariner friend. I'll be back for you. You can rest assured of that. Ghost Flame Bloom, I think that's new. There's the site of grace. Okay, so before we proceed, oh yeah, there's a whole new area here. Okie dokes, before we proceed, we want to go back to that other site of grace. It's funny, yeah, just how there's this cerulean coast right here, and then this other completely, it is indeed hidden. You can barely see it from the cerulean coast, even though it's fairly apparent on the map, and I should have realized, but yeah, all the same. Let's go back to see that friend who is struggling. I have an idea for how we can heal him. Let's give it a shot. Oh, he's gone. Did I mess up? Or are we going to see him elsewhere? Because what I was going to do was this. And yeah, I should have thought of that previously, but I did not. And now I feel bad because maybe he's going to be aggressive towards us now. Not sure. Okie dokes. Okay, that's one thing that we're obviously going to want to mark some of these sites of grace to make sure we don't forget to go back there. I think we dealt with everything in the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion. We are going to want to go in this direction, however, and we also need to defeat that boss that's there. Okay, in any event, one place we did not look is around there, so we're going to go to beacon number 2. Okay, that's beacon number 1. Oh, nice. There's a Marvel tier, thank you. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything else over here. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't missing anything obvious. So the quest... Oh, gosh darn it. I was hoping for another Scadu Tree fragment. Okie dokes then. Let's update our list here. Now let's return to the Dragon's Pit Terminus and see if we can find a Scadu Tree fragment there. Alrighty. The search for a Scadu Tree fragment continues. The quest for procrastination. I love that the music immediately just becomes so sinister here. So last time we went to the right, this time we're going to go to the left. And we'll continue to ignore the dragon for now. And then return here later to complete the area properly. But right now, as I mentioned, our primary objective is to get our hands on a Scadu Tree fragment. Looks like we can go up in this direction. Don't know that there's actually anything up here though, other than whatever this is. Uh-oh. What was that noise? It's growing out of this corpse? Dragon's Calor Bloom. Flower with an uncanny shape coursing with hot blood. Material used for crafting items. Exceedingly rare to find. A single flower is said to blossom only once from the hearts of dead warriors who oft partook of the dragon communion. So that, I was going to say, they've intentionally chosen to make that flower come out of that corpse instead of just making it a rare or legendary item shiny, which would sort of convey the rarity of the item and that it's something important. But instead they specifically chose to have it come out of the corpse model, which I think is a very cool touch. And yeah, that's supported by the item description, which really draws your attention to it and how uncanny it is. So that's really interesting. I don't like the music here. It's like jump scare music. And by I don't actually mean that I don't like it. I mean I find it scary. Just so we're clear. So, more Fulgur Bloom. Red Fulgur Bloom. Yep. So, plenty of red lightning here. Thanks for the rating, friends. Uh-oh. Okay. So, I assume we're going to have to make a run for it in a second, because I keep hearing these noises. And I'm scared. Yeah, those are the finger ruins down there. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think the noise is just the thunder. All the same, doesn't make it any less unnerving. There's a little ram friend. I feel like we've seen them before, but I don't think you see them all that often. Okay. I want to go up Spirit Spring, of course, but I just want to make sure that there's nothing over here first. Precious item ahead, of course. It looks like there's a bunch of those who live in Death Friends here as well. Sorry, friend. You gotta work on your aim. It was basically a stationary target there. There goes his head. Come on. Dreadful. Just mashing the buttons. No regard for stamina or actually hitting them properly or anything. Greater Potentate's Cookbook, page 6, for Hefty Red Lightning Pot. Craftable item prepared using a hefty cracked pot. A cocktail of red fulminating materials is sealed inside. Throw at an enemy to inflict heavy lightning damage that links to surrounding enemies. The ancient dragons who betrayed their lord to side with a tyrant were known for wielding branching red lightning. Betrayed their lord. So that friend mentioned something about Placidusax, Lord Placidusax. And I believe that may have been mentioned in the comment section as the boss that I missed. So I don't know if that is impacting things with this playthrough at all. Doesn't seem like it does because he was still mentioned as having died and stuff, so I'm not quite sure what to think about that. No joy ahead. Map? Oh! Is the map just up here? We'll finally get to see the rest of the map. Whee! Why is it always jumping? I ask myself that same question quite often. Wow, it is not getting any less scary here. Of course the game has to go and do this. You have the scariest boss we've come up against thus far, and that is to say not scary as in like, you know, uncanny and frightening on like a visceral level, but scary as in the boss is so... For a second I thought that bridge was broken. But scary from the perspective of, oh my gosh, this boss is going to kick my rear end. And then, you know, the alternative to that, as far as our playthrough is concerned, is coming to this place. This goodness forsaken place. And my goodness, yeah, dreadful. Well played, FromSoft. Foot of the Jagged Peak. Wait, didn't we already find a place like that? For the... Oh, okay. This is just the first site of grace for this area proper. Even though we've been in the area proper since all the way back here. Or like here or something like that. Okay, that makes sense. Ah, please, just give me a Scadu fragment so I can go fight the scary boss. So I don't have to deal with dragons and this scary, extremely atmospheric area. Oh, geez, Louise. Here we go. Are they fighting each other? But yeah, I guess it's the ancient dragons versus the drakes. That's pretty cool. As long as they're fighting each other, I have no problem with that. Praise the dragon, by the way. Time for brief respite. Good one. Alright, yeah, might as well take this person's advice. Let's have a nap. Okay, I was not expecting that. I'm still lying here. Okay, well, I suppose we might as well just continue to observe while we are able to. Oh. Anna of Astora sent me a message, and I was just checking it. And then I heard the sort of generic boss music. Gosh darn it. Oh no. That's bad. Oh, I can barely see anything. Oh dear. Yeah, the smoke and everything here makes it just very difficult to see. Wait, am I hitting the right dragon? I don't think I am. Is it this one? Oh dear. No, I wasn't hitting the right dragon, gosh darn it. Uh-oh, that's gonna hurt. It is so dark. I'm not managing my stamina very well. Is this that friend that was hurt?
A warrior true, if ever one there was. A fellow Drake warrior. Aegon. Piteous Aegon. Do you not remember?
I literally just said it's probably that friend who was hurt.
How once you were, when fear was yet foreign to you.
Oh. Where the heck are you, friend? Oh. Hello. Are you still hurt?
Drake warrior, dear friend, grant me this one wish. Take this finger, my finger,
Scale the Jagged Peak, face Bayle the Dread, and when you do, summon me. Summon my soul. My limbs are limbs no more. My heart is twice over filled with fear. But a Drake warrior I remain, and my soul yet lies on the mountain.
Yeah, you know, I might take him up on that because, yeah, I hate fighting dragons. And, you know, his name is Aegon. I'm Aegon. So really, like, you know, we're friends and potentially family members. So, well, I probably shouldn't pierce you with my sword. That's a problem I have with this weapon. With these weapons, I should say.
Proud Drake warrior, I beg of you, scale the jagged, summon me.
Okay. I will be sure to do that, friend. Don't you worry. So, Jagged Peak, okay, so this is going to lead to the boss then? Oh, gosh darn it, we've still not found any Scadu tree fragments. I might just end up having to go back, foot of the Jagged Peak. Yeah, so that... I don't think I'm ready to face Bayle. But we can wander around here for a minute and see if maybe... we can find ourselves a little something something. And by that I mean a Scadu tree fragment. And again, I know what they were going after here with the sort of atmospheric look and everything, but holy moly, is it difficult to see. Like an inch up in front of your face. It's like they were going after the same sort of thing that you experienced in the snowfield in Dark Souls 2 in the Crown of the Ivory King DLC, which was of course miserable. That's the site of grace over there. That wasn't the consecrated snowfield. What was that one called? Some other snowfield. I don't remember, but I do remember getting lost there quite frequently. Pretty much every time I went there. It's very difficult to actually know where you're going. Though I did have fun summoning the NPCs there, as is my wont. Oh no! Oh, that was close. Okay. Okay, did I just trick the game into getting rid of that filter? Looks sort of like I did. Oh, okay, it's back. Never mind. Gosh darn it. Alright, there doesn't seem to be anything else here. So, we're gonna go up. Oh. Okay, he is still there. I was gonna say he's gone. So let's hop up, see if the boss is there. If it is, we're going to save quit. Yeah, I'm scared. It's another one of those items. Dragon's Caller Bloom. Some red Fulgur Bloom. They're doing a good job building up the anticipation here. You just get higher and higher with each Spirit Spring. And is there still one more? No. Okay. This is going to lead to the boss, presumably. Oh yeah, that's frightening. Again, Excellent, excellent job building up the anticipation here. Oh, please tell me this is what I think it is. Yes, we did it! Okay, you know what? I'm not going to ruin the surprise of the boss. Let's get out of here. And, yeah. We'll come back. So, well, obviously we're going to come back. Oh, wow. Okay. That's exciting. Okay, so we don't need to go back to the Terminus. Although we do, never mind, actually, because we still have that boss there that we have to deal with. So, yeah, let's head back to... you know where? Actually, before we did that, before we go back to the Divine Gate... I wanted to see something at the Spiral Rise site of Grace. Okay, this is where we entered, I believe, yes. Because I mentioned the possibility that the sand that's falling from up top is perhaps the ground up bodies of the people who challenged Radahn and, you know, carried presumably by the wind or whatever, and that are just constantly falling here because there's so many bodies that are just being ground up. However, I don't know that that's necessarily the case, given the fact that we are so far away currently from where that boss fight takes place. So, yeah, I still don't know what the source is of this sand that's falling everywhere, because presumably the actual boss fight, yeah, it's somewhere thereabouts. Or is it right above us? You know what? I'm going to, yeah, we'll look down at where the Spiral Rise is when we're right in front of the boss room, and let's have a look and see. Okay, so maybe not. Let's see, so the boss room is about here. Yeah, maybe. Like, you could perhaps say that, oh yeah, the wind's carrying it or something, but I don't, you know, not sure. So yeah, I actually don't know what the heck that is. Okay, let's go back to the site of Grace. We need to level up and burn a Erdtree fragment. Surprised at how many additional attack points we're getting from Dex at this point. I would not have expected it to be so good to actually level up Dex past 50, but yeah, what do I know? Not a heck of a lot. Oh gosh darn it, now we're back having to do this again. I don't know if we have the right setup or not. So, yeah, I assume he's doing magic damage, but we don't have the +3 version of the Spell Drake Talisman, so might as well equip this one. Okie dokie. Let's see if this boss fight is a bit more reasonable now. Rolled way too early both times there. Oh, we appear to be doing more reasonable damage. I just need to not stand there. Yeah, not a good first attempt. Dreadful. I don't know what I'm thinking healing there. Probably the same thing I was thinking there. Oh, gosh darn it. Silly. Love the details of that attack. That he essentially kicks up all those chunks of earth, which then float up with him and he sends them down. Like, it's just a really cool little detail that they didn't necessarily need to add because, you know, it's magic. But they did anyway, because FromSoft. Still don't know how the heck to dodge that. You can dodge the first little bit, but how do you dodge this? Ooh, second phase. Oh dear.
Lord brother, at long last you are returned.
Okay, it looks like Miquella still has flesh.
Finished one. Aspiring Lord of the Old Order. If you have known sin, if you grieve for this world, then yield the path forward to us. To I, Miquella.
Oh my goodness.
And my promised consort, Radahn.
Okay. That's scary. Oh dear. Oh, I'm trapped. Ho, 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 ho. Okay, yeah, I am going to create a restore point, because I don't know if this is the last boss of the DLC or what, because obviously we still have a whole lot of stuff still to come. So, yeah. Like, I originally was thinking that Mesmer would have been the last boss of the DLC, based on the fact that we see him in the trailer and everything, he's in the marketing. And then I thought, okay, it has to be Miquella, right? Especially after the whole, you know, abandon my love, abandon my fears, has no body left, etc., etc. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go create a restore point just in case, so that we don't have to sort of do the DLC twice in order to see all this stuff. So yeah, be right back. Okay, we're back. Restore point has been created. Let's get back to it. Ouch. Okay, I yield. I yield. I don't know how many times I've died to Radahn, but, like, we got to the second phase, what, once? And I've not been able to get... I think I came close to getting back there, maybe once or twice, but it just... he just does so much damage, and we do so little, and, you know... We tried many different things, including switching to this weapon, which, you know, is nice, but it required us to respec our build. And I'm not happy about that because, you know, I enjoy the whole bleed build thing, but, like, he's not bleeding, so I don't know if he's immune to it or what. So, you know what? Maybe we'll just continue with the Jagged Peak. And we'll see if maybe we can find some more. I feel like we're probably near the end of our Erdtree fragments, but yeah, we have to try to just continue on. So, and by continue on, I mean we have to try and find some more Erdtree fragments because, yeah, I don't know if we can beat him in our current sort of, at our current power level or Erdtree level, whatever. Okay, let's go back to the Dragon's Pit Terminus. And we have a dragon fight here almost right at the outset. So that's going to be interesting. When it comes to the sort of big bad of the area, honestly, I established this rule, no summons, and for the most part, I think we've been true to that. With the exception of a couple dragon fights here and there. And yeah, I think that's going to apply here as well, because I just loathe dragon fights. I just find them so tedious. Okie dokes. Let's give it a shot. Okay, we're doing pretty decent damage, thankfully. I'm kind of out of stamina, though. I don't know why I didn't drink my flask. Oh, there they go. So I had a couple observations about this area that I'd like to talk about shortly. After we've sort of taken care of this friend, I suppose. Ouch. relates mostly to, oh, my favorite part, fighting any dragon. And they fly away from you and shoot fire. It relates to the sort of home of the dragons, or the dragons. I don't want to call it a natural place, because obviously dragons aren't real, and what constitutes the nature of a dragon differs depending on the source of fiction in which the dragon exists. Oh, come on. See, this is why I just hate dragon fights, because they just do anything to try and not fight you. Ah. Like, what is he doing? Oh my gosh. Now, in the dragon's defense, I was whooping their rear end while I was close to them, so, you know, of course, it wouldn't make sense for them to just let me do that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That doesn't make it any less tedious to deal with it. I suppose I should be using Torrent more. Oh, stamina management. Here we go. And yeah, basically the point I was going to make is that it's interesting, or at least I think it's... Oh, that's not what I'm... Gosh darn it. I was trying to call Torrent. It's interesting that in all these different Souls games, the sort of domain of the dragons is the highest point in the world. So... Oh, okay, that's bad. As in Dark Souls 2, the Dragon Shrine, basically at the top of the world, the highest point in the world. Dark Souls 3, same thing with the Archdragon Peak. And once again in this one we have the Jagged Peak. Interestingly, Dark Souls 1 is sort of the exception, in that in Dark Souls 1, the domain of the dragons is Ash Lake, which is at the very bottom of the world. But thematically it was very appropriate because, of course, in Dark Souls 1 they had been defeated and shunned, and basically the Ash Lake was the refuge for the last of the ancient dragons. Get wrecked. So yeah, FromSoft and Dragon Scale Flesh. FromSoft has their usual sort of tropes that they rely on, and you know, it makes sense for these massive flying creatures, of course, to inhabit the highest point in the world, because why wouldn't they? They have no reason not to, and it's a place where they can go where ostensibly they're safe, although, as you can see, it's not necessarily true in this instance. And of course, there's an alien hamster butterfly on the loose who yeah, also has other ideas. Okay, so that way leads to the priestess and then the Charo's hidden grave, so we want to go in this direction. That leads back to the site of grace. So we are headed this way. Perhaps we ought to first see what's going on over here. Oh, that's the fingers. The, finger ruins of Rhea, I should say. And yeah, that's the foot of the Jagged Peak, site of grace. So, I think we've dealt with everything between here and the next site of grace, so we might just want to warp over to that site of grace and see what's going on there. Because yeah, I'm reasonably certain we did all of this. So let's head there now. I'm thinking when it comes to Radahn that we erred in some way, which is to say, we messed up by trying to continue the story, and in doing so, we left all of this side content such that we ended up in a position where the boss we need to beat in order to sort of complete the story of the DLC is quite far above our current Erdtree level. It's possible, of course, that I'm just bad and, you know, oh, so when he said summon my soul, he was quite serious. Oh, rip friend, I'm sorry. So yeah, we're gonna have to summon him because, yeah, frankly, I don't care about doing a one-on-one fight with a dragon. And that friend, you know, we could have in theory healed them, but I don't think that actually would have worked. Look at me collecting Fulgur Bloom like I'm gonna craft things. So this is about where we turned back earlier in the episode, I believe. Which was some time ago in real time. Oh, so there's just a sort of abyss there. That's interesting. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh. Ouch. Okay, that wasn't nice. I see there's another boulder there, just waiting for us. Yep, there it is. Okay, fair enough. I also would feel threatened if a hamster alien butterfly was coming my way, on top of a ghost horse. So can't say that I can blame you for that, for those feelings. And what is over here? Okay, yeah, I'm scared. Oh. Okay, so it's a little side path you can take. To avoid the boulders, presumably. So that's clever. If you're really paying attention, you can avoid taking that hit. Oh. This can't be the dragon, could it? This couldn't be the dragon. I don't see any summon signs here. Why is it always dragon? Alright. Ancient Dragon Senessax. As I said, I don't really care about the no summoning roll when it comes to dragons. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ouch. Oh. Wow, their wings are quite powerful. Ugh. Dreadful. Okay, this is not going well. this is how do you fight this thing? I'm having trouble. As you might be able to see. Oh, all these rocks fell. What the heck? That was weird. And can you just stop trying to lock on? Oh. Ouch. I don't know why they make it so difficult to lock onto their feet. It's like the one spot you can actually consistently hit a dragon, and yet they make it so difficult. Oh, gosh. Oh. I apologize, everyone. I know I'm complaining a lot in this episode, but gosh darn it. This is not going my way. Dreadful. Almost there, regret. Come on. Oh, stamina management. Oh no. Yes. Well done, Regret. Thanks, Regret. Alright. One more dragon down. Uh-oh. That's spooky. Okay, I suspect that's it for this little area, and then we have to head up this hill here. We keep going up, up, up. And deeper into the clouds. Frightening. I wonder if we could have just run past that boss. Somehow I doubt it, but why is it always fear? I do love the why is it always messages. Why is it always blank? Oh my goodness. Okay, that's scary. Well, let's have a rest. Jagged Peak mountainside. So we're pretty close to being able to level up. We need another 40,000 runes. Alright, no idea what to put it into now. That gives us 1, gives us 2. Yeah, sure, why not? We're gonna have to respec at some point anyway. I'm just sticking with this for now so that we're not constantly respecing. I do want to go back to our... What the heck? Oh my gosh. Aldrich's goo, but with red lightning. Oh. What could this be? Oh. Wow, you friends have enough HP? Jeez Louise. I know they're generally resistant to slash damage, but jeez. Okay, Aegon's cookbook. Let's head back to the Site of Grace so we can actually read in peace. That's scary. Dragon Communion flesh. Yeah, we didn't read Dragon Scale flesh. A lump of hot flesh carved from beneath the inverted scale said to grow on aged dragons. When ingested as is, boosts vigor, endurance, strength, and dexterity at the cost of gradual HP loss. To the Drake warriors, there is no more intoxicating liquor than the heart, than the heat of dragons. Now, we also did not read Aegon. Oh, so that's Aegon? Furled finger of Aegon, the broken Drake warrior, gnarled and knotty, and deeply discolored on the inside. When facing Bayle the Dread, this summons Drake warrior Aegon from his sign. My soul yet lies on the mountain. Okay, so that's Aegon then. Oh yeah, I think we knew that actually. Never mind, sorry. I'm a few days divorced from when we had that conversation. An imitation of dragon scale flesh created by human hands, used to sate the hunger of Drake warriors, if only briefly. I'm a major doofus. I've been recording for about 30 minutes. Or at least I thought I was recording for about 30 minutes. And I only just realized a few minutes ago that I wasn't recording. And the best part about that is that I wasn't recording, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to look back at the footage. I'm going to get everyone recapped about what happened. I'm going to explain what happened, and I'm going to sort of just do a quick post-commentary on what happened and what everyone missed. And I did all that, and then I realized I still wasn't recording. So I did it twice. And yeah, I'm going to verify, am I right now? Yes, I am recording. And oh, just the height of silliness. I continued ascending and accidentally fell off the cliff at this spot here. And I was like, oh, that's really stupid. I can't believe I did that. And then, I kept following this cliff facing. Okay, we got to go all the way back. And then suddenly, the weather cleared up. And I'm like, that's really quite curious. Why did the weather just suddenly clear up? And oh, why is there a chair here? There's a spectral chair that just appears out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, it's a painting thing. So the weather continues clearing up so that we can then look off in the distance and see the painting. And he's got his foot up for some reason on air, and we pick up the rock heart consumed in the ancient original form of dragon communion, used while disrobed to turn one's human flesh into an ancient dragon. This change cannot be undone except by death. Using this heart while already transformed temporarily boosts dragon communion incantations. The last thing the partaker saw with human eyes was the sunset, its colors faded and tarnished, a remote thing from eternity. Not sure what that last line means, but so that's cool. Obviously we didn't end up using it because we have a hamster alien butterfly, and he's beautiful enough as it is. And then funnily enough, as soon as you hop down from that cliff, the weather becomes inclement again. And so obviously they needed that little pocket to have clear weather so that you could see what the painting is intended to show, which I suppose raises the question, like, why didn't they just have the item there instead of the painting? Like, if you require all these, if it needs to be contrived in that way, why bother? But, anyways. So we continue descending the mountain. At one point we got an ancient dragon, basically a Titanite slab, which is all well and good. And then we found the site of grace, walked into the boss room, faced off against Bayle the Dread. And first attempt didn't go very well. I was looking for the summon sign for Aegon, couldn't find it, and I was basically on the opposite end of the boss room from where it was, because I walked around the edges, and it's not until you actually go to the center of the boss room that Bayle spawns. I noted that obviously Bayle's leg is missing, and Bayle's wings are damaged, and its arm is messed up as well. So, he's not in tremendous shape, and yet he's still quite formidable. So you can see why he would be called Bayle the Dread, because, despite being in such dreadful shape, he's still extremely formidable. Of course, still has that same very, very frustrating gameplay issue that all the dragons in this game do, which is you cannot lock onto their feet. And that, in my opinion, is the easiest way to fight them, is to just focus on their feet. So I found that quite frustrating while facing Bayle, and, didn't get very far the first attempt. So after we died, we summoned Aegon. So this is still our first attempt. So we almost got to the second phase. Not quite. But then the second time around, I noticed Aegon's summon sign is right there. And Aegon is quite proficient at hunting dragons. He declares himself a true Drake warrior, and he pelts the dragon with harpoons while we worked on his legs, unlocked, of course. And it wasn't, the second phase is quite cool, where Bayle essentially there it is. Bayle grows spectral wings and sort of becomes his former self again. But it doesn't actually last too long. Like, he does this really cool, all lightning magma attack, and is quite quick and nimble, but then eventually sort of settles back down into, a formerly formidable dragon who is missing a leg and has mangled wings. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, my sincerest apologies that you didn't get to see it. I really do sincerely apologize. I don't know what the heck is, I do, in the sense that this is an unexpected recording session. My wife, Anna of Astora, took our daughter, Aurelia of Astora, out for a drive, and I ended up with this unexpected recording session, and so I didn't really have the same usual, like, okay, I'm going to do this to get everything ready, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. It was more of like, oh, okay, I have time to record, let's go, and I just rushed through my usual preparatory steps, and as a result of that, was not able to, record properly. So, my sincerest apologies for that.
Curse you, Bayle! I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true Drake warrior, and I, Aegon, your fears made flesh. Solid of scale you might be, foul dragon, but I will riddle with holes your rotten hide with a hail of harpoons, with every last drop of my being. Bayle the Dread! You shall haunt me no longer!
The Trial, I'm not sure what that means, Trial heart of Bayle the Dread, dotted with horn-like gravel stones and glistening with deep red liquor. Gorge upon this at the grand altar of Dragon Communion to absorb Bayle's power, the purest form of communion, in the words of its priestess. So before we do that, we're going to go see if anything has changed with Aegon's corpse. Because after we defeated Bayle the Dread, he said something to the effect of, Bayle, you will no longer torment my soul, or something like that. So I'm curious to see if, I assume there's going to be armor set or something here that we're going to be able to pick up. Indeed, it does look like that is the case. Aegon's great bow, helm, armor, gauntlets, and loincloth, and his bell bearing. So, the bell bearing suggests to me that if we had tried to heal him in that first encounter, he might have actually been able to sell us things, which we never got that opportunity, so that's my bad. Bell bearing of Aegon, Drake Warrior, offered to the Twin Maiden Huss at the Round Table Hold to gain access to the following items. Aegon's harpoon. Loincloth of the Broken Drake Warrior Aegon, stripped from a corpse found in the aftermath of a battle. This scrap of cloth smells utterly foul. Gauntlets of the Broken Drake Warrior Aegon, no more than a mishmash of tatters and remnants stripped from a corpse found in the aftermath of a battle. Armor of the Broken Drake Warrior Aegon, from a set comprised of miscellany of parts. Filthy belongings are attached to this tattered piece of protective wear. The poor scavenger of battlefields found honor through dragon communion. This tattered protective wear is shaped like a bugle. Aegon's great bow, weapon of Aegon, the Broken Drake Warrior. A great bow fashioned from 2 dragon bones, bound with coarse rope, covered in gashes left by claws, imbued with Aegon's obsession, enhancing the power of Aegon's harpoon. Skill, Aegon's Drake Hunt, skill of Aegon, Drake Warrior. Ready the bow before unleashing a twisted shot with a great bellow that considerably enhances its power. Okie dokie. Before we go, let's look up that word, biatrial. Having or involving 2 atria, especially both atria of the heart. Okay, so yeah, it's something having to do with the heart. I don't know nearly enough to say what that actually means, and I don't know nearly enough. I don't know anything about hearts, really. I am not a medical doctor, I'm a PhD, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm certainly not a cardiologist. Okay, let's head back to the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion, and maybe our friend, the priestess, will be able to explain. Oh, she's also gone now. Okay. Priestess's Heart and Flowerstone Gavel. Weapon of the Dragon Communion Priestess, a dragonstone hammer resembling an ancient flower. The 4 petals and the flower's core are all sharp, ending in points, and are capable of dealing heavy damage to dragons. Unique skill, Flower Dragon Bolt, calls down the red lightning of the ancient dragons to strike a target, deals lightning damage, and also temporarily reduces the target's lightning damage negation. Can be charged to increase its power. The Stone Heart of a Dragon Communion Priestess. Use while disrobed to turn one's human flesh into an ancient dragon. This change cannot be undone except by death. Using this heart while already transformed temporarily boosts incantations of the capital's ancient dragon cult. The priestess was once an ancient dragon herself, but sacrificed that form for feeble flesh to aid in the destruction of Bayle the Dread. So what then would be the difference between that heart and this one? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Okay, so this one has like the tattered clothing. Okay, well that's interesting. So my guess is it's just different from an aesthetic perspective. Yeah. This one is much fancier looking. I suppose it could also be different from a defense perspective, but I didn't check the other one, so I guess we'll never know. Okay, let's get dressed again. Gosh, I'm still just kicking myself. I cannot believe I was so silly. It's just, yeah, shocking, really. How dumb that was. The fact that I wasn't recording. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah, I think we already checked all of this stuff. Just need to consume that heart now. Communion with Bayle. Oh wait, we read all this, didn't we? Oh, okay, it's just saying basically if you want to get the powers, then you go to the altar and do it. So, you know, I guess we might as well just see what it looks like. We're never going to use any of these anyway. Okay, look at this one. Okay. It's a bit of an anticlimax there, but... Okay, so... Next, I think we need to go to Charo's hidden grave. Although, did we? Yeah, I don't remember whether we did everything on the way there. So, yeah, I think we were just sort of running. So let's start again. And head over in this direction. Oh, yes, okay. We did not fight this friend. So, there's no time like the present. We definitely ran around all of this. Oh, I was hoping that that was Scadu Tree Fragment. Record of crafting techniques of the Gravekeepers who watch over those who rest in the realm of shadow. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following. Polterstone. Polterstone, contrivance of the Gravekeepers made from spirit gravestone, craftable item. Creates noises imitative of human presence where it lands when thrown. Said to have been used by the solitary Gravekeepers to distract themselves from their longing for company. Well, that's sad. I'll get a couple of those, why not? Hi, turtle friend. This turtle friend has horns and fur. Do your compatriots also have horns and fur? No, they don't. And yet, you are living in harmony. Inspiration for us all. So yeah, that's the cerulean coast right beneath us, and that shack, Fingerweaver's hovel. Okay, let's fight this mariner friend. Oh, well played. Now they're up there. So I assume the mariner at this point isn't even going to be a boss. So that's where we came from. I don't know where I'm going. This is what I was looking for. Gotta pick up all the broken rooms. Those who live in death friends up here. Again, just trying to check every nook and cranny here, make sure we're not missing anything. Ghost Flame Bloom. Lovewort. Oh. Oh yeah, Gravekeeper's pretty bad. This is a frightening item. Oh. Howdy, mate. How goes it? You have quite a bit of poise, don't you? Easy enough. Now we have to go somehow catch the mariner friend off guard. That's frightening. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I deserve to die here. I need some boluses, please. We did it! Tibia's Cookbook. A record of crafting techniques of the mariners, the oldest of gravekeepers, details an ancient means of summoning the dead. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following. Call of Tibia. This is the first time we've got a cookbook. It's a cookbook that is complete, but it just has one thing and one page. An ancient ceremonial tool that uses a gravekeeper's skull as a catalyst, craftable item. Uses FP to summon one lost in death at the spot that it is thrown. The creature spins and mows down foes in the vicinity 3 times before dissipating. The dead have long been left to wander. What they need is leadership. Not sure that's what they need. What about rest? Let's let them rest. Still no secret passage. Leaders don't often let people rest and chill. So, not sure that leadership is what they need. In my opinion, anyway. I need all the ghost flame, even though I'm never going to use it. Still don't know whether I like this weapon or not. Very torn on it. Okay, is that all there is here? Just a couple of friends and some gravestones. Does seem that way. As usual, I feel like the open world areas are a bit samey. And so, in my opinion, it's not always easy to tell where you've been and where you haven't. And it's almost certainly got something to do with me being dreadful at exploring, which is fine. But yeah, 12 tibia. Ouch. Well played. Someone's aggro to me, but where are they? Okay, maybe not. I'm hearing footsteps. Those my own footsteps? Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I really hope that's a Scadu tree fragment. And that this is not an actual grave bird. Okay, good. Got that one right in the head. Oh. I'll certainly take it. Ouch. Nice range on that, friend. Oh my gosh, almost everyone except for the big friend. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to cheese them for. They're actually not that strong. That was sad. Hello, Gravebird friend. Okay, they were asleep at the wheel, it seems. Rings of spectral light. Sorcery practiced by the keepers of the spirit graves, where all death ultimately drifts. Creates rings of spectral light that fire in unison, charging enhances potency. The rings of light have the same qualities as Ghost Flame and deal magic damage while also causing frost buildup. A whole bunch more Those Who Live in Death friends down there. And a bunch of Gravebirds, it looks like. Unfortunately. And that is the site of grace that we discovered last time, so we are officially caught up. But yeah, we still have 10 flasks, so really no reason to go have a rest just yet. Okay, let's go murder some already dead people. Or try anyway. Goodness, this area is massive. It's So who is Charo and why is their grave hidden? Oh, well played, friend. You almost had me. Then now's my chance to knock him off the cliff. Go, go, go. Sorry that it didn't work out. Oh, the frame rate here is dreadful. Because it's another one of those wide open areas, I suppose. Game does not do well with those, especially ones with lots of particle effects and lots of friends walking around. Sorry, friend. Okay, this is a job for the shield bros, I think. Oh, darn it. I don't have enough FP to summon them. What about the jar bros? Yes. Oh. What the heck? I think because I was inside of the grave. Hi, jar friends. Unless did I... What does that consume? Because it barely used any FP. I don't remember. There was some special thing with them, I think. Let's get them, jar friends. I want to go in this direction, but I feel like this is out of their scope. And I think this is just leading, yeah, that just leads to the site of grace, I think. Yeah, okay. So we'll leave that. I assume they can come along the side here. That's where that last furnace column was, I believe. The jars can't go there either, so yeah, I guess we'll stick to the lake. Because that seems to be the one place they can go. Whoa. Oh no, Death Bird. Fought one of these in a long time. Get him, jars. Ouch. That was gonna hurt. Oh, well played, Death Rite Bird. Dreadful poppin'. Okay, let's give that another shot. Ouch. Oh, that hurts. Ouch. Oh. Frightening, this boss. Wondering why my stamina regen was so poor. Totally forgot to drink my flask. Oh, I knew that was gonna hurt. Thank you, shield friends. That's bad. I should have equipped some boluses. What was I thinking? Just keep mashing R1, Aegon. Come on. R1 and occasionally circle and you'll be fine. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I deserve that, but I'll take it. Ash of War, Ghost Flame Call. Thrust out armament to summon Ghost Flame, follow up with a normal attack to set the ground ablaze with Ghost Flame, or a strong attack to trigger a massive explosion. Okay. Call of Tibia we already read. Alright, well, I guess we'll head back to level up and have a rest. And then we'll be able to explore the area in peace then, in theory. And always use smithing stones, that's for sure. Alright. Shield friends were quite helpful there. Very grateful to have them. Oh, so we can't summon anymore? Presumably because the boss is dead. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Get wrecked. Oh, we didn't level up. Gosh darn it. Okay. Well, living on the edge. Let's do it. We're fine. No. Let's plant friends. Leave me alone, please. There are quite a few of them. Oh. Fancy hat you got there, friend. Okay. Please tell me this is what I think it is. No! Gosh darn it. Should have said this is, please tell me this is what I hope it is. Hefty rancor pot. Let's go see what's up here. Hefty rancor pot. In times of old, the dead were burned with ghost flame, and from those cinders arose vengeful spirits. Throw at enemies to spawn a throng of vengeful spirits that chase down foes. Okie dokes. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, gosh darn it. 460,000 runes. Okay, hopefully we don't lose them. That would be very sad. Oh, gosh darn it, I can see a furnace column in the distance. I'm sure that's going to be fun to deal with. Sorry to that rabbit friend. All that for nothing. Oh, and the worst part is that we've already actually been up here, because I remember this message which said, item? Yep. Alright, well, that was pointless. Some angry worms. The sequel to Angry Birds. I don't know, that's a stupid joke. Even as it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, that's not funny. Why are they all so angry at me, though? I do wonder about that. They're like the Shadow Realm equivalent of the... Oh, gosh darn you. Shadow Realm equivalent of the jellyfish friends. Oh, I rolled right into its mouth. Too early. Ooh, thank you for that. That's good. Okay. Oh, gosh darn it. There they are. Hopefully it's not like that one that had the protective ankle bracelets on. I don't even know if I ended up putting that in that episode, but yes. We came across the one with the protective ankle bracelets. And I didn't know how to face it, so we just ran away. It's like, what the heck are you supposed to do at that point? That's their one weak point, seemingly anyway. And yet that appears to be exactly where we're going. Oh gosh darn it. Fireproof pickled liver. Again, just trying to make sure that we've got everything. I don't think we have. I see another item shiny over there. Where the heck would that lead? I guess death is the most obvious answer. Alright. Yeah, that would lead to death. Although someone very cleverly got a message on that ledge there, which is going to lead a lot of people to want to jump down there. And then, yeah, they'll have nowhere to go from there if they can even make it onto that ledge. Which I don't know that they would necessarily be able to. It may have just been a lucky jump. Oh, of course. Of course it has the protective ankle bracelets. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. Like, what's the point? All the tiers have, like, downsides to them too. So, like, yeah, why bother? Yep, there come the homing flames. So it's aggroed onto us even though there's a mountain in the way. Yep. Ah, it's so annoying. Help me, Spirit Spring. You're my only hope. Although, we do want to make sure we're not missing any items over here first. So, where that other one was, there was a Spirit Spring. So I'm assuming what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to attack them somehow from up top. But I have no idea how you're supposed to do that and what the objective is. I do see an item up here, however. Brave Bird Ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of a grave bird, the spirit of an old column, gosh, the fire's still coming after us, and spirit gravekeeper, who flies with stone wings and spouts ghost flame. According to legend, the grave birds were crafted to be kindred to the death birds. That makes sense. Oh my goodness, what is the point? is so annoying. I remember jumping into them and jumping into the sort of the pit of fire that is their heads, but nothing came of it whatsoever. So I'm confused as to how the heck we're supposed to deal with this. Well, let's try again. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh my goodness. Very frustrating. What are you supposed to do here? Oh gosh darn it. Okay, well, let's get those runes and then we're gonna warp back to the site of grace. I don't want to deal with this friend anymore. Really is not fun to deal with them. This is still nowhere here. Okay, let's not even take a chance. Let's go. And let's level up. Alright, so now we just need to figure out where to go from here. Because I'm not quite sure. Spirit Glaive. Sharp blades sculpted into a twisted shape. A glaive that has seen many years of use in the gravesite, said to serve as a medium for communion with spirits. You may be able to hear a Bayle of Astora laughing in the background, which I would apologize for, but if the sound of an adorable 2-year-old laughing is somehow offensive to you, then yeah, I'm not sure quite what to say to that. Okay, so there's going to be a jail somewhere here, I think. all these cages. That's usually what that's an indication of. And indeed it looks as though that is the case. So before we enter the jail, let's make sure there's nothing over here. Okay. I still don't get what these things are so angry about. Angry worms. Okay, so that's where we fought the demi-human friend. It is really interesting the way these two areas are basically stacked on top of one another. I appreciate the level design. Okie dokes, what was the other item we picked up on? Just glove board, okay. It's dark. Lamenter's jail. Oh. Oh, it's... Sorry, friend. Oh, I should have seen that coming. They have like a blue... I thought for a second that their clothing was like blue, but I guess it's just the walls reflecting off of their black, smoky exteriors. Jail upper level key. A frozen iron key opens the iron grating on the upper level of the Lamenter's jail. So in other words, for the door we just came across that was locked. What are all the bloodstains here for? Oh. He's hiding. He's hiding. Then who's murdering everyone here? Okie dokes. Now let's head back to the locked door. Oh gosh darn it. that was frightening. There's another hole here we could drop into. The way they were just running back and forth was quite unsettling also. Chilling perfume bottle. Perfume bottle remade into a weapon by perfumers of the realm of shadow. Attacks release perfumed powder, producing an icy chill. From time to time, perfumers set out on journeys to pursue new aromatics and flower gardens. Okay, friends, don't worry. I'm not gonna bother you. I'm just here for the frozen maggots and the perfumer bottle. Okay, that really is a monstrosity. Thought the previous iteration of Jar Friends was bad enough. Somehow they get even more frightening. Okay. I don't want to go down just yet. So let's see what's up here first. Oh, I should have known. Oh, that really hurts when they scream. It took off almost half of our HP. So I wonder how we can avoid that, if at all. Sorry, friend. I'm here for all the crafting materials that I'm never going to use. Oh, That's what I get for avoiding the easy way down. Sorry. Okay. Oh, we need a key. Okie dokie. Lots of very helpful messages in this dungeon. Oh, bunch of Jar friends, just hanging out, guarding a rare item, because of course. Oh, that makes me sad. But there are many jars here. Oh. Okay, so could we avoid fighting them then? I feel like we can. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's so many of them. Uh-oh. It didn't seem to have any effect. Yep, so that's that polterstone item. Hefty cracked pot. The polterstone item is supposed to, like, you would have heard the sounds of rolling and whatnot. But I don't think it's... Uh-oh. Iframes, please. Oh. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, what am I doing? Gosh darn it. Oh, this is bad news. Bad news bears. Oh, we got the key. Thank you. Thank you, jar friends. Oh my goodness. Wow, I don't know how we survived that, but I will certainly take it. Okie dokes. Let's go one floor down and use that key. Shadow Rune level 4. Lamenting Visage. A stone lantern carved to resemble a lamenting human head. The eyes... Gosh, I'm hearing noises. The eyes vacantly beaming out light. Can be raised up when equipped in the left hand, illuminating more of the surrounding area. So it's the lamp from Dark Souls 1, basically. The unusual expression somehow imparts a sense of contentment. The languid ease of one who needs not sight. Unique skill, Blindfold of Happiness. Swing the head while covering the eyes, unleashing a wail of lamentation while temporarily making the user of the skill harder to see. Those who seek happiness... To those who seek happiness, blindness is bliss. Okay. Yeah, exactly like the item from Dark Souls 1. That as a new player you basically need, if you don't have cast light, for the Tomb of the Giants. I don't know what Aurelia and Anne of Astora are doing in the other room, but it sounds like they're having a grand old time. First off seems familiar. Ah, okay. Yeah, now I understand where I am. Okay, I guess we have to face the jars. Really not much choice in the matter. Oh. Or do I? I don't know if I've actually... Have we not been here yet? Ouch. That really hurts when they do that. Please don't do that. I guess that's them lamenting. It's their lament. I apologize that you must lament like that. Miserable. Okay, before we go that way. Oh, are we all the way back to that spot near the beginning? Okay, let's make sure nothing in the other room first. Because yes, I feel like this is that area we were much earlier on. Indeed, okay. Okay, boss room. You can hear a pig. I don't think we've dealt with everyone in the area, but you can always loop back around and double check that. Ah, Chief Lamenter. Oh, do we need the thing to see them? Not doing a great job with my stamina management. That was a little unnerving. Lamenter's Mask. A stone mask twisted into an expression of rapturous grief. Use while disrobed to transform into a Lamenter. The change cannot be undone except by death. Using this mask while already transformed causes the head to swell in size. This transformation tallies with the state of a denizen of paradise. But the people of the tower denied and hid it from the world. In their foolishness, they viewed true bliss with deep fear. Okay. So it seems to be a sort of variation on the idea of like, you know, is a person who is unwell but suggests that they're happy. Like, are they actually happy? Is that what? It's like a commentary on mental illness, and yeah, I'm not quite sure. Because the way the character is portrayed is obviously quite unnerving and like someone who's having a psychotic break or experiencing a psychotic break or something like that. But yeah, it's not exactly... From that perspective, the person wouldn't actually be happy, but they're presenting themselves as like, hee hee hee, ha ha ha. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all, so I apologize if I'm not. But we might as well make sure that we're not missing anything before we get out of here now. Yeah, we definitely missed this. Oh, I thought I heard a pig, but I think it was these rats, probably. Oh, that is a massive rat. A lot of bloodstains in here. Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, we missed quite a bit. Just sort of stumbled upon the boss. Clarifying Horn Charm +2. Ceremonial accoutrement worn by Hornsent vastly raises focus. Horns are sublime artifacts to Hornsent, and their presence confirms the belief that they are a chosen people. Only the repeated sprouting of flesh horns can create a tangled horn, which is viewed as an irrefutable symbol of primacy. Oh my goodness, we almost missed the ghost. That would have been a disaster. Oh, prattling pate. Lamentation. Twisted clay sculpt in the shape of a human head emits a blissful lamentation. The voice resounds, seeping into the brain, weeping, 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 ever weeping. Oh. That's so sad. Ooh, please, I can't stand the sound. I need no salvation. Please stop, desist. Your wretched lamentation. Hey, this guy's a poet. Okay, I'm really glad we came back. We do still have to go slaughter all of the jars, unfortunately, to make sure that we're not missing any of their stuff. Okay, we finally found our way back. Feel really bad. Poor jars, but what can you do? I'm gonna feel even worse if I do all of this and there's nothing. Like, obviously we already got the chest in here. But I worry that there's going to be some other item that we've missed that is important. Oh, you coming over here? Very clever. Clever jar. Although, seemingly not clever enough to make the final leap they need to. Alright, let's just stop being a coward. They really should not have tried to go for the high ground. They don't have the first idea what to do with it. Okay, yeah, so I'm horrible. Because I don't see anything else here. So I just came back here and murdered all these jars for no reason. Whoops. Okay, sorry everyone. Alright, well, I've been wandering around for a while. And to be honest, I'm totally at a loss. I feel like we're missing something here in this area. It feels somewhat incomplete, but maybe that's just the area. But yeah, I just cut to this because obviously when you're lost, you don't really have anything to say other than, oh my gosh, I'm lost. And I'm just running in circles, it feels like. So figured I would spare you all the displeasure of having to watch me walk around and just repeatedly say, I'm lost, I don't know where I'm going. Where do we go? What do we do? Maybe I need to defeat that furnace golem, but yeah, to be frank, I have no idea how. We can't attack their legs. That note that we read, which said something about the whirlwind fire pots, like we tried that, it didn't work. Maybe I wasn't doing it correctly, I don't know, but honestly, I can't be arsed. Because the rewards for defeating them up to this point have not been tremendous anyway, but all of that is to say, I think we're going to call it an episode there. And then in the next episode, I guess we're going to start to just try to wrap things up to the extent possible. I don't know if the next episode will be the last one because, you know, we still have all of this stuff that we've not done. But yeah, I'm stuck at this point. So I think we'll begin the next episode with an NPC roundup or something, and, you know, maybe spend some time exploring areas that we've maybe not explored, or where we've not exhausted every single possibility of where we might be able to make progress. But all of that is to say, I very much appreciate each and every one of you for being here and watching. So thank you all very, very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.